This is the test your understanding for the volume and surface area of triangular prisms. So we're first going to calculate the surface area, and you will see that there is no dimension on this vertical line. So the first thing we have to do to have all our measurements is find the length of that, and because it's a right angled triangle, we can use Pythag. But remember, let's first identify the parallel faces. So all of those yellow lines are 15 meters. Then I'm going to look at this line, which is 5 meters, and it's parallel to that. So both of those are 5 meters. Then I'm going to have a look at the hypotenuse. And the hypotenuse is this length here that is parallel to that. So that is the hypotenuse. And then finally, we are going to look at the length of this vertical height. So that and that are the same length, but I do not have it. So I need to go and do Pythag first. So in any right angled triangle, the hypotenuse squared equals side 1 squared plus side 2 squared, and that is Pythag. Don't forget your reason. Hypotenuse is 13. Remember I said to you, take note of the right angle because it points to the hypotenuse. So that will be 13 squared equals, side 1 is 5 meters, and then plus, I'm going to call it x. And I'm going to go 5 squared x squared. So 13 squared is 169 equals 25 plus x squared. Now I have to take 169 minus 25, so I can get x squared on its own. And 169 minus 25 is 144 equals x squared. Now remember, to get rid of the x squared or the squared, you've got to square root. So I square root both sides, and I will get x equals 12. So these green lines excuse me, are 12 meters each. Surface area, I have two triangles plus 3 rectangles, and all 3 of those rectangles have different dimensions. So let's do the triangles first. So the area of a triangle, so 2 triangles, is a half base times perpendicular height, and then I'm going to add the 3 rectangles, but I'm going to do this slightly differently this time. So 2 half times my base, which is 5 meters, and I'm going to multiply it by, so 5 is connected to the x, which we calculated was 12, and if I do that calculation, I will get 60 meters. 60 meters squared, because I'm finding the area of these. Now I'm going to do the first rectangle. Rectangle 1 is going to be, I'm going to do the yellow multiplied by the blue. So the yellow is 15 multiplied by 5, and that will give me 15 times 5 is 75 meters squared. Rectangle 2 is going to be, I'm going to do the pink multiplied by the yellow, which is going to be, my pink was 13 multiplied by the yellow, which was 15, and if I use my calculator, 13 multiplied by 15 is 195 meters squared. Then I'm going to do rectangle 3, which is the one at the back, and it's the 15 multiplied by 12. So that will be 15 multiplied by 12, and if I do that calculation, I get 180 meters squared. So my total surface area will equal 60 meters squared plus 75 meters squared plus 195 plus 180. Those are all meters squared. So let's write this down. So it's going to be 60 plus 75 plus 95 plus 180, and if I add those all together, I will get 510 meters squared. Remember to put your units. Surface area is squared because it's two-dimensional. You saw how the rectangular prism folded out flat, so that's why it is two-dimensional or meters squared. Let's look at the volume. So volume equals the area of the face times distance traveled. Right, now the face is the one that makes it a triangular prism, so the face is that triangle there. So I know that the area of the face is half base times perpendicular height. And we only find the area of one face, which is going to be a half. My base was 5, so half times 5 times x, which was, x's value was 12. So we will get 30 meters. But now remember, you have to do the distance traveled, which was 15 meters. So I'm going to multiply this by 15, multiply by 15. So 30 multiplied by 15 will give me 465, and these are meters cubed because it's three-dimensional. Please will you complete exercise 5.2 in chapter 4.